versus the obstacles of life. Fight!
Time right. It's almost time, baby. You ready?
I'm so ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Now, make sure y'all hitting the thumbs up. Make sure y'all comment and let us know where y'all tuning in from. The show Get 'em to the Metaverse is about to start. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Come on, make some noise. Put some fire emojis in the comment section. It's about to be insane. It's about to be insane. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Yeah. It's called Get 'em to the Metaverse. You gotta get 'em to the Metaverse. And that's joy.
Y'all,
Over there. It's me.
Jay Dunn.
It's me right here. It's called Get 'em to the Metaverse. You gotta get 'em to the Metaverse. Let's go. Hold up. Hey, hold up. Hey, first of all, how you feeling, Joy Rain?
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Get 'em to the Metaverse. And oh my goodness, we are super excited for today's show and our special guest. But before we get into all of that good stuff, Jay Dunn, how are you feeling today?
Listen, I'm feeling like a cool villain, but I'm still kinda chillin', yeah. I'm kinda chillin', yeah. Because the show today is so awesome, and I just saw a crazy possum. I don't know. Listen, y'all. Welcome to Get 'em to the Metaverse. You know this is the littiest Metaverse podcast on the planet. And it's always going to be about helping to make the extraordinary Metaverse an ordinary part of life with the lovely, amazing Joy Rain and your boy, Jay Dunn. And this is Get 'em to the Metaverse. Listen, we love doing this show. It is always a pleasure. And this show is going to be extra special. It's going to get real. I'm not going to explain why it's going to get real, but it's going to be a good one. But Joy, how are you feeling this week? Because this, we are in the middle of XR fall. So tell me, how are you feeling in this season right now?
Well, first of all, in real life, we're feeling absolutely blessed because we just got over a hurricane in Louisiana.
That's right.
Francine. We were blessed for it to not affect us as much, but we did have rain. But now the sun is shining, everything is all good. Like the hurricane never came through, so everything is all good. As far as the tech is concerned, Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see what's all coming up down the line.
That's right. You know what? I love that you said what's coming down the line because we have a lot coming down the line. So maybe we need to get into this week's breaking news.
Yes.
You want to do that? All right, let's go. Let's go. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have two pieces of breaking news because the show is already packed today with our special guest. So we're not going to get into a whole lot of stuff, but we do want to break some news today. Number one, on September 19th, we have a huge event that's happening by the Immersed team that's going to be officially announcing Visor, the work-oriented head-mounted display. Believe it's going to be in the form factor of glasses. We have not seen this thing in person yet. We're excited. You know, Joy did get to see a form factor of it, but we want to put this thing on our face and actually see this thing come to fruition. Joy, are you excited about the In Real Life event by Immersed?
I am so excited we get to go out there. We were invited to go and be able to see this demo and hear all the cool stuff that's coming up with Immersed. So yes, I am super excited to be in the building.
That's right. So there's going to be some cool things you guys want to watch out for. We will actually be a part of some of the festivities there. We won't tell you exactly just yet. You're going to have to watch the live stream to see what's going on there. But as you can see, there's a schedule on there. The Immersed keynote is what we're really excited about for the Visor. Like I said, this is going to be the official announcement. Hopefully, we're going to get like a release date. You know, what's the actual feature set? What type of applications can run on this thing? And what's the final, information on it? So really excited. Shout out to Ranger and his team for all they've done with this. And like I said, we will be in the building in Austin, Texas on next Thursday to talk all about this and see what's going to happen. Now, there is another event, Joy. There is another event that's literally, we're going to come back from Austin that Friday. And then 2 days later, we're going somewhere else, Joy. You want to tell everybody where else we're going?
We're actually going to MetaConnect 2024. Right. So we are super excited to be there as well. To see all the amazing things that Meta has in store to share with us. I cannot wait to be there.
Listen, y'all, this is going to be, honestly, Joy, I got to say this. I think this is going to be the best MetaConnect yet. Like, I feel like there's a lot at stake here with Horizon OS and what's coming with that specifically. What could be with this Quest 3S. Once again, it's been so many confirmations of this thing actually coming that at this point, it's like if it doesn't launch at MetaConnect, I'm going to be like, what the heck are you guys doing? Hopefully, we're going to see some announcements around maybe even something with glasses. We don't know. Like, there's a lot going on here. And that's why we're excited to be in the building. So that's going to be September 25th, right? Through the 26th?
Yes, 25th and the 26th. That's the days.
So yeah, we're going to have a good time out there. So make sure you keep it locked on getting things done and everything that we're doing there because we're going to be reporting live as well. Well, we would be remiss if we didn't take some time out to see some of the people in the building. We got Psycho Bueller said, hey fam, watching in my Quest 3. Now that's what we talking about. Now that's what you talking about. Now, man, you talking about doing some big stuff. Where my horns at? That's what I'm talking about. Like that you watching it there. We got Rex Gatlin in the building. Appreciate you, fam. He is definitely a fan of the company that we're about to have on in just a second here. We got Oog Plex saying watching in my XREALs while doing Saturday host cleanup. Now hold on, man. Let me get the horns in here. That's what we talking about. That's what we talking about. We got the hearts from Beat Severella as well. Hey, appreciate you, fam, for tuning in. We got more VR saying that shirt from Naruto Universe is fire. That's right. Congrats on MetaConnect trip. Hey, we appreciate that, man. We appreciate that. Well, listen, we don't want to go too long here because our special guest today, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot of excitement around it. So why won't we go ahead and get into the intro? Let's do this thing. Our guest today is head of global PR for XREAL. He has 2 decades of experience being a senior leader who's produced successful communication teams and results for internationally renowned technology and entertainment brands. He oversees the global PR operation for XREAL, including managing PR strategies for the company's more than 10 global markets. Prior to joining XREAL in September 2023, he was responsible for a PR and communications earned media strategy for Microsoft's gaming and Xbox products, services, and executives. He's seasoned in steering comms for exciting and well-known consumer brands through major milestones, business transformations, cultural and diversity growth, trust and safety agendas, crisis, and product launches while guiding CEOs and their executive teams. So without further ado, let's welcome our special guest, Ralph Jodice Jr. Hey, we got you in the building. What's good, Ralph?
Oh, hey you guys. Joy J Dunn. Hello. It is awesome to talk with you guys. Thank you for the invitation.
Of course, man. We are so excited to have you in the building. It feels so good to have you on Get 'em to the Metaverse, man. And you're looking good. You got the red glasses on. Look, we love look. We got the whole show themed around XREAL and the red. You know that's we got to talk about that blazer because the blazer's hot. Real quick. Shout out the blazer. Come on.
Shout out the red blazer.
Look at
it's the whole suit. If you don't know, it's the whole suit.
It's just the top today, but that's what's on. Hey, it's you guys. So, look, it stands out. It's great for a trade show. It's great for walking around. It's great for seeing people and spending time. And shout out to Oogie over there and to Rex Cat over there. Love those guys. Appreciate y'all being on and checking us out today.
Hey.
Absolutely. Well, listen, this is going to be a phenomenal show. We're so excited. Look, we even got Esteemed in the building. This is fam as well. He was on the show a little while ago. Appreciate you, brother, for tuning in. I am SR on as well, saying with the cool emoji, and XREAL got the drip. Hey, listen, Joy, real quick. You gotta flex the drip real quick. Joy over there flexing on some XREAL drip as well right now.
XREAL, jacket on and stuff,
Yeah. Now, Ralph, we're gonna show you just how bad to the bone of fans of XREAL we are. We're about to pull up something real quick for you. We have the InReal light. Okay, all right. Now, like before it was even XREAL. Okay, we got InReal up in here. Okay, so we've been rocking with this for a good little minute. So we're about to get into these amazing questions, and Joy's about to take it away. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Absolutely. So, Ralph, could you share with us your journey into the XR space and how your previous experience has shaped your role at XREAL?
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to. And again, thank you, both of you guys, for having me on, for letting XREAL come on and talk about what we're up to, and for inviting me on the show. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Of course.
So, I just crossed the 1 year mark with XREAL last week, which is awesome to think about. 1 year with my guys, and it's been an awesome year. We've done so much in 1 year, from September of last year to September of this year.
Yes.
But what brought me over to this journey was going from a big machine. Like y'all mentioned earlier, I spent the past 12 years doing public relations with Xbox, and going from this big machine of a big brand, like there's not much bigger, to come to an industry that is like, this is on the verge, this is going down. Right?
Come on.
It's not just niche, right? To go to this industry and to come look around and to see a player that I saw in XREAL of like, these guys got it and they're going to go there, and I want to be part of that. And like, if you can get offered a seat on a rocket ship, you don't ask what seat. So I just wanted to go.
Wait a minute. Wait. We got to stop right there. I love that statement, what you just said. If you get offered a seat on a rocket ship, you don't ask where it's going. You get on the rocket. All right?
Get on.
I love that.
I'll take any seat you got. And XREAL was kind enough to let me join the company for global public relations, which is my background. Like I said, 12 years PR with Xbox through Edelman. It's the world's largest PR agency. Spent a little bit of time with LG Electronics in the PR game, and then spent more time with other divisions at Microsoft in the PR game. So for me, it's been big tech PR all the time, really consumer facing, right? How do we take products to consumers? How do we tell our stories to consumers? How do we just help customers know that these cool things are out there, and like, what can they do with them? So that's where I've come from for years. And, it was gaming for a long time. And I've played some video games in my days. I bet many of us have. And
Oh
it felt
yes.
like a really good transition to do gaming directly into the XR space. And for me, AR has always stood out, right? I'm not going to dunk on VR. VR built the ship for us, but AR is what's going to turn that ship into a rocket ship.
Come on.
I
Yes.
tied those together. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, no. I love it. This is the thing about what you just said. I think there's a lot of misunderstanding too when it comes to virtual reality and augmented reality, and they're two separate spectrums, but they're also connected. Where you're bringing in, even with augmented reality glasses, you're bringing something virtually in as well that's augmented in your space. Where virtual reality was, like I said, it's the stepping stone to that. So I love the shout out and respect for that of where it's going. But yeah, please continue. Please continue.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I will dunk on VR a little bit here and there, and I will dunk on headsets a little bit. I'll try not to, but all the respect for the folks who paved the road, right? Because if the road's not paved, it's going to be even rockier for us who are stepping out. So all the respect for the folks who've been there, done that. But we're looking ahead to the future and where we're going to take AR glasses, and we're going to stay firmly in the AR glasses space. This is our space. We're going to continue to own it, and we're going to keep moving forward.
That is
Love
awesome.
that.
And that just goes into our next question, because you were talking about that you've worked with brands like Microsoft and whatnot. So how do you leverage that experience to drive the innovation at XREAL?
The good thing is XREAL are innovators with or without old Ralph around, which is awesome, right?
Yeah.
This is a super smart company founded by super smart people with amazing engineers. Like, the innovation is there. And you're going to see our guys continue to innovate on a crazy fast speed. The innovation will not slow down. We will pump out new glasses, new accessories, new host devices, new ways to bring AR.
Yes.
The innovation is going to keep going. Lucky for me is I've gotten to work with big brands and big companies who know how to innovate. Whether it's fast or slow, they do know how to innovate. So being there, being in the show before, being in the big game before, having that experience has helped me a ton, especially coming from something like gaming that can be both traditional and revolutionary at the same time. Like, the big players in gaming have been the big players in gaming for a long time.
Yeah.
But the way gaming comes to market has evolved a lot. I was with Team Xbox when they launched Xbox Game Pass, and it felt like this revolutionary thing. Like, you're gonna sell a subscription service to rent your video game streaming. Like, is this gonna work? And it is the way, right? And it is the way now, and it is the way of the future. So gaming has got these big established players. So I got lucky to sit in that, learn from that, be at the high levels, and then transition some of that into where XR is going, where little companies can come in and pack the lunch of the big companies. And that's exactly what you're seeing happen right now.
Yay. Awesome. And so now we're going to slightly transition to talk about the new things that are out. So, okay, can you walk us through the features and the target audience of the XREAL Air 2s and the Beam Pro, and what sets these devices apart from the crowded car market? That's what we want to know.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Let's get into it. Let's do it, because we got a lot of products out right now. We got a lot more coming, which is going to be exciting. So we are in the middle of September right now. So we're about 11 months into the Air 2 line's history. So we launched the Air line. We launched the lights that y'all held up originally, the NREAL lights, 3 years ago, and then the Air series that looks like the classic Wayfarer design.
Yes.
We launched those in 22. So then in October 23, we launched the Air 2 series, and that brings out Air 2, which was my red guys right here in the red and the black. Air 2 Pro, which looks exactly the same, just black only. And then in January of this year, we announced the Air 2 Ultra, which now we're getting really into it. Some big high tech.
Hold on, bring that up to the screen. Let's get a close up of that. There we go. We love it.
Yes.
So Ultra's been out there in market since June, and then in June we got a little spicy, and we announced and launched the Beam Pro.
Oh man, that's the one right there. We love it.
So now we've got the whole Air 2 series in market, the Air 2 Ultra in market, doing super well. The Beam Pro in market, doing super well. So the question is, are we done innovating and we're just going to sit back?
Come on.
So the innovation isn't going to stop. We've got really exciting things on the horizon. I won't say exactly what they are, because then I don't have a job to do for the next couple of weeks and months. But there's a lot coming with what comes next. But first, where are we now?
Had to do it. Just had to do it. But go ahead.
The Air 2 line is out. It's doing great. You got the 2s, the 2 Pros. The Pros have the electrochromic dimming built in. That was the first time we put that into glasses. And then the Ultra's got the 6 DOF sensors built in right there. So our 3D environment sensors that light up things like depth and mesh and hand tracking and gesture controls and all that cool stuff that developers can take advantage of. Average customer can use them if you want to. But really, they're there for the devs to start going ham on making really cool things that read the environment, that know the room. That's our premium set of glasses that are out now. And we can't make enough of them. They keep selling, which is, hey, it's a good problem to have.
I want to touch on that real quick. We were at AWE. That's where we actually got our chance, the pleasure to meet you. And we were in the audience where Beam Pro was announced. And one of the things we found, me and Joe was just going back and forth about, was the pricing structure for how these glasses and with the Beam Pro was still under what most VR headsets would be, especially Apple Vision Pro, which we know you have on social media dunked on a few times. Not in a way to say you don't like that it came out, because it still brings a lot of emphasis to the space, but more so saying, hey, there's a better way to do this. There's a mass market way to go about this. Can you touch, just before we get into the next question, can you touch a little bit about the pricing structure for XREAL and Beam Pro?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's because we believe in our mission statement, and we have a legitimate mission statement for the company, and we believe it, and we try to actually live it. And it's to make AR for everyone.
Man, come on, hold on. Say that one more time. Say it one more time.
At XREAL, our mission is to make AR for everyone. Thank you.
There we go.
But regardless of the company, the products, the brands, the geographies, nobody makes anything for everyone when it costs $4,000 and it's available in one place, and it's probably targeted at a very niche market, and it costs $4,000.
Come on.
Regardless. So that was really important for us with the Beam Pro, was to price it in a way that felt much more approachable for the masses. Because we're not going to reach everyone if we're only selling $1,000+ products. We're not going to appeal to everyone. We're not going to reach everyone. We're going to leave people out. You will exclude when you're not being inclusive. So that was important for us to create a device with components and at a price point that could reach people. So like this, the Beam Pro here, it's an Android mobile device. It's built on Android 14. It's got a layer of our own OS on top. It's got 2 3D cameras built into the back. It's GMS certified for Google Play Store. It's got a Qualcomm chip on the inside. This should be a multiple $100 device. We sell it starting at $199. And that was really important for us. Really important.
I don't think they understand. I don't think they understand what you just said. You just said you're selling a device that has 3D camera capabilities. It can run applications. It has a Qualcomm chip inside. It's powered by Qualcomm. We love Qualcomm over here. It's got the ability to run Google apps in spatial ways, and it starts off at $199. Okay,
starts off at $199.
It's crazy. Okay. All right. Continue.
And then when we, like most products, we have different tiers. You add a little bit of functionality. So this is a 128 model. There's a 256 model. Of course, that adds a couple of bucks on top. But even when we add all the things, even when we get to the 5G model that has more storage plus 5G capability, it still sits at where am I at $299. Right. Okay. So we're still not going to get into outrageous pricing. Right. We want things to continue to be accessible to everyone. Yeah. And then our glasses have different prices for the different models too. Right. We talked about the Air 2 series, Air 2, Air 2 Pro, Air 2 Ultra, ranging in prices. I won't go hardcore on marketing and sales mode, but right now today, you could get the original Air for $197. Yeah, 7 is important. But for $197, we're down to for Air. Air 2 Pro is on sale for the first time ever, down to $399. So we're selling our glasses from anywhere from $197 to $699, depending on the features that you want, the features that you're going to need. So choice, options, choice, options, choice,
Listen,
options.
we love that. Rex even said XREAL 1 is the best augmented reality glasses to build for. We love to hear that. Hex Dad said, XREAL is my favorite choice for AR. In the future of this, I use my Ultras and Beam Pro every single day. More VR said, y'all look fresh in them shades, fam. That's what I'm talking about. That's some good names. X that make AR for everyone. XRAR, the real one. So
I can't wait for Rex and Hex to make a podcast, because Hex Dad's a real one and Gatling's a real one. These two should do something
He
together.
just gave y'all the perfect name. Rex and Hex podcast. Come on. We love it. Yes, indeed.
All right. And so how does XREAL incorporate its feedback and development and refinement for devices like the Air 2s and the Beam Pro?
Yeah. It's a good question, and it's important because this industry, XR as a whole industry, and then the community around XREAL is really good at making its voices heard. All right. So nothing but respect for the feedback coming, because the fans, the customers, the non-fans tell us what they want. They tell us what they like. They tell us what they don't like. And that's important. Please don't stop doing it. We could probably move faster to integrate that feedback, being honest. That's hard, right? Like, product roadmaps are set. We've got a product roadmap for the next decade. Like, we know how we're going to protect this market leadership position, and it's innovate. But taking feedback is super important, right? And we are always listening. It might feel like sometimes we're not always integrating that feedback. The loop is a big loop to take that feedback and actually integrate it into product development. We're always listening, and there are very real things that are a direct feedback from customers, from the community. And we just kicked off a new community campaign to bring like new brand ambassadors and new creator partners in to help tell our story, to be part of the community, to like be front facing with their feedback. And we want that feedback. We're going to try to move a little faster to get it integrated and to turn that into product features. And what comes next, that I won't tell you, is a direct feedback of customer feedback. It is a direct result of customer
You know what,
feedback.
man?
What we make next is what y'all told us that you want, and that's what's coming.
The teasing that you're doing on this podcast today, all right? We need more info. We need more info. But we love it. But we do love to just hear the empathy and the excitement, even the honesty and transparency of how you take feedback and say, listen, we could move. That's a good point. We could move faster, but it's a lot going on because, like you said, we have a roadmap. We're trying to get somewhere. We would love for the AR glasses we see in Star Trek and these things like that to be here right now, but it takes time. And once again, at the price structure that you guys want to target, if you were trying to target, $3,500, it would be a total different device.
That's right.
So
you're absolutely right. And when we get asked, like, when are you going to cut the tail of a tether? When are you going to go waveguide? How do you make them as thin as a normal pair of glasses? All this tech is out there. And it's true. At some stage, this tech is out there. But if we take our model and we cut the tail and we put a processor in the glasses and we put the battery in the glasses and we make them as thin as possible, here's what's going to happen. They're going to get hot, heavy, and expensive. And that's three things moving in the wrong direction. We want to focus on lightweight, all-day portable, and economical. So if we make them where you put in all that stuff, we've got the tech, we can do it, but we're not going to sell you a $5,000 pair of glasses. We're not going to make a piece of consumer electronic equipment that costs that much money. That's not good for you. That's not good for us. So let's let the tech innovate. Let's let it catch up. And like, you're going to see us, I keep saying, push the boundaries forward in a big, bad way, in a way that is approachable for the market, that is accessible for customers. We're not going to make all that into a $5,000 pair of glasses just because we can. When you show off just because you can, you're not doing it for the customers anymore. You're doing it for your ego, I think.
Wow.
That part.
Love that.
And so that actually goes into our next question. From your perspective, what is the most significant trends that's shaping the XR industry, and how is XREAL adopting these specific trends?
Yeah, it's getting to the all-in-one, and whatever that means when we say all-in-one. And we believe in an ecosystem of devices. We have the tether to a host device We popularized that. We believe in it firmly because it offsets the battery and the processor to another device, which keeps the glasses light, cool, and inexpensive. You're going to see other players take on a tethered model. I'm not just guessing. I'm pretty positive. So we will see others go into a tethered model that we haven't seen before. But that doesn't mean it's not an all-in-one. So what I mean is all that tech will be at your fingertips. So like the ability to make 3DOF into anything. We're not there today. We can do that with software. We can do that with additional hardware. So like our Beam Pro is awesome at giving you 3DOF into any piece of content. But it's another piece of hardware. It runs a unique software. Getting to an all-in-one pair of glasses that's going to be able to do things like 3DOF on its own, 6DOF on its own. Imagine that. I think that's the chase right now. I think that's where folks are going to try to go. We're going to see more tethered devices from other players. I feel pretty good about that. We are going to see the move to try to get things thinner and get to waveguide at a way that can be cinematic, and I think that's important, right? You'll see continued bird bath. You'll see bird bath change a little bit, I think, thinner, smaller, but that optics has to be still fully cinematic, 1080p full HD. You'll see 2K creep up. The trend is going to be get to an all-in-one. Even if it's a tethered device, it's going to have more tech packed into the glasses that's going to give you, as the wearer, more control. And that's going to be a super important part. Power to the wearer, power to the players, power to the owners.
Man, can we just take a second, because when we think about what augmented reality tech is, it is that science fiction thing. And I think we were talking about virtual reality earlier. Me and Joy has been this for a second, and we have right behind me. You can't really see it, but it's an Oculus, the Samsung Gear, where you have to slide a phone in, and what people don't realize, like you talked about the difference between 3DOF and 6DOF, and that was way back in 2015, 2016. That was a 3DOF headset. It was standalone, but it was only 3DOF. It didn't have all the 6 degrees of moving freedom. So now when you talk about the glasses, a lot of people are like, why can't we do the same thing I do with my Quest? Why can't I do that right now with the XREAL glasses? It's like, well, you have to understand we have to go through these different processes to get there. We're going to give you the best version of 3DOF possible, right? And then we'll shift into 6DOF. So I just love that you've been touching on those key elements to explain where we are in the AR glasses journey. That we're not quite there to the point to where we would have all that stuff packed in.
Yeah, and again, like, we know how to do it. We very much have the capabilities. The lab has been on fire. It is very doable. But the important part is to do it at scale. And that's one that a lot of folks don't think about. How do you do it where you can produce 1 million units? There's nobody in the AR glasses game today who can do it at scale and produce that many units, except us. But that's important to be able to produce at scale, and then to be able to produce at affordability, right? Like you keep saying, that really matters, to be able to make products that are accessible to people. And then, imagine not everybody wants every feature, right? Like not everybody wants a camera built into a headset, let alone glasses. So how do you approach creating new products that are still have a field to them? They have a range to them, right? Some with cameras, some without, some with sensors, some without, some with dimming, some without, right? Choice is super important in this industry when not everybody wants the exact same thing. Then we get into like just how things fit on people. Like that's an important choice to consider too.
Listen.
Yes.
Right? Every head is
so
different
important.
shapes and sizes. Our eyes are in different positions. Our pupils are in different places. How do we start to think about things like IPD and to make sure that interpupillary distance can be achieved for any wearer? That's hard stuff to figure out, but we're figuring it out, and we'll tell you soon. It's going to be really cool.
Come on,
Love
man.
it.
Love
it. Okay, and so we're going to switch gears a little bit. And from our research, you are seasoned in cultural and diversity growth. And so how important is diversity and inclusion to you and to XREAL?
It should be some of the most important things that anybody thinks about, regardless of the brand, the company, the category. Like, again, when you
let's just get at some clapping real quick, because come on, that's one of the best answers we ever heard on this podcast. But go continue.
It should be important. Now it's not for everybody, and we see different companies, brands categories embrace things in different ways. I'm not going to probably get into too much details on that. It should be. Because again, blank for everyone, that should be everybody's motto, right?
Yeah.
Like reaching the masses, appealing to the masses means being inclusive to everyone. And I'm spending a lot of time thinking about that right now, very selfishly, like how do we bring our products to market? What markets are we in? We're in Asia, across China, Japan, Korea. We're in North America and the US only officially. We can get to Canada. That's not hard. We're across Europe in Germany, France, Italy, UK, Czech, Poland. That's not enough, right? So we need to be in more markets. We need to be able to get our products to more markets. There's some logistical things you have to figure out when you run a company and you literally ship products anywhere in the world. Like that's pretty hard. So we need to be reaching places that we're not reaching today. We need to be reaching people who want technology like this and who can't get it today. We need to be reaching Africa, the Middle East. We need to be reaching more of Asia. We need to be reaching more of Europe. I need to be reaching South America. We're not there today. So yeah, we have to reach into where people are. And that just means meeting them literally where they are, geographically, culturally, economically, and it's pricing.
Absolutely.
So you have to think about these things. And that's hard to do when you are a little bit of a smaller company trying to play with the Titans who have had 40 years of companyship and who shipping products is super easy for the Titans. We are going to continue to work on creating products at scale, reaching customers at scale, and then literally getting products to them at scale too.
Man, it was an incredible answer. Going where people are, not just shipping the products, but meeting the people where they're at, is something that I don't think a lot of people think. And of course, when we talk about diversity and inclusion, a lot of times there's this tendency to think, oh, we're only talking about a certain ethnicity or a certain type of person or a lifestyle. It's like, no, we're talking about geographically. We're thinking about in different ways of financial structures and class. And so just the point that you're saying AR for everyone, really meaning it from the depth of that or where you're at, because like I said, for us, diversity and inclusion is so important. It's one of the main reasons we say it almost every podcast. Why we created this podcast, to make sure that there's a voice out there for people to see that this is for everyone. Virtual augmented reality is for everyone. It's something that Joy very purposely in her work that she does outside of just here, she pushes a lot of that as well. So I just want to give you a shout out for that. And of course, I always have to shout out Joy for all that she does as well. Look, we got we got Tarnan McShan saying, any info on the new device? Oh, look, they asking the question we like to hear. Any new information on the new device, any rough date or when we will hear more?
Sure. So we just launched a new device in January. And then the other new device in June, not January, in June. June and June. So those are still fresh in market with the Beam Pro and the Air 2 Ultras, and they're doing good. So I know that's not the question you're asking. We will continue to update support. The software updates coming out for Beam Pro have been furious. They're going fast. And that is feedback. So that is direct feedback from customers. Fix this, add this, you should do this. We're going to keep updating these devices. Now, next devices. No. Stay tuned.
Oh, man. You know what you get for that? You know what you get for that, buddy? We thought we had it. We thought we had it. Oog also said, I'm looking forward to when I can tabletop game with my friends via AR tabletop with hand tracking in person across the matrix the way we do now on PC with services like.
Absolutely, right.
That is perfect, because that was going into our actual next question of how do you envision the future of AR in everyday life, and what role will XREAL play in that vision as well?
Yeah, we hope to play an important role in that vision as the hardware company bringing the hardware that will bring that software to life. We're a hardware company. We're going to continue to be a hardware company. It is our bread and butter. It's what we're good at. We make a good piece of hardware. And that means we need to attract more developers to make amazing software, to bring that stuff to life. So I'm over here in Seattle, Washington, just down the road in Bellevue are the guys over at DB Creations who make awesome tabletop games on mobile, but also in AR, VR, XR. And I love playing some of their tabletop games with the Ultra, a tower defense game right here in my office, out in the real world. And it's just Beam Pro or a phone and my Ultra glasses, and like, boom, DB Creations game. It's right here, Table Trenches. It's awesome. We need more of that. We all need more of that.
Yes.
So what role will we play? We will play the role of hardware and then partner, right? So we will continue to create the great hardware to bring these experiences to life. And now it's just finding the folks who are making these awesome games and awesome experiences, and then kicking the doors open and being their partner. So if you've got something you've created, I see you out there, Rex. Keep coming our way. Reach out to me, find us, so we can help bring them to market together, right? Because we only succeed as an industry together. You bring the games, we'll bring the hardware, and like, let's team up and do it. So keep coming our way and let us know that you're out there making cool stuff so we can bring it out to market together.
Oh man, we love that answer. That's one of those things where we think about developing, and we don't, people like Rex who actually makes applications. It's, you got to have both. You got to have the hardware vendor, and then you got to have the developer. Now, I do have a question. I don't know. There's certain APIs specifically, or SDKs that's going to be rolling out soon from XREAL.
Yeah. And we have an XREAL SDK. We call it NR SDK from the old NREAL days. So we do have an SDK that's available to connect with partners. That's a pretty important part of it, to make sure it comes through the glasses, because there's so much killer content made for the early pioneers in VR. There's so much killer content made for Quest, made for Vive, made for Vision Pro. And it's not just a one-to-one port. You can't port VR to AR like that, right? The form factor is different. The field of view is different. And that's drastic, right? Like, getting it into a field of view of a pair of glasses is different from the field of view of VR. So like, yes, we do have our SDK available. We will help developers. We'll get that to them. That's clearly a super important part of it, because it's not just, I think perhaps some customers might just say, take these VR games and bring them over this glasses headset. And I'm not the techie guy to say the steps to do it. I don't know. It goes over my head, but I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. But we let the smart techies figure that part out. But yes, we do have our SDK available. We'll help to bring stuff over to run on the glasses.
Awesome.
Okay, and so we have one question that I'll just make, from your perspective, in terms of technology adaptation. So what milestones must be achieved for AR to be commonplace and mainstream like smartphones today? What do you think would need to happen in order for that to happen, to speed up that process?
We got to solve for device fragmentation. That's the first thing that jumped into my mind. I don't know if it's the most important, but the ability to know whatever device you have in your pocket is going to work with your AR headset, that's super important, right? Unless you have a computer on your head that weighs 1.5 pounds and costs a lot of money. We need that tethered device. So device fragmentation is hard, and that needs to be solved for, because the first question that we hear from customers, or anecdotally that I hear when I talk to folks, is, do your glasses work with my phone? And then I have to ask the question, what model phone do you have? And then typically they say an iPhone. And then I have to ask what number iPhone. And then most of the time it's not yet a 15. Okay, so we've gotten all the way to the point where we can say, you need an adapter, right? And that becomes a little bit of friction, right? Yes, the glasses will work with an iPhone pre-15, but that iPhone pre-15 had a lightning port in the bottom of it. We have a USB-C port coming out of our glasses, so we need to use an adapter. So solving for that device fragmentation is really important. Most Android phones we can just plug right into, most but not all. Depends on the model. Like Google Pixels just launched a software update recently that'll run with our glasses. Awesome. Love a Pixel phone. It's one of the reasons why we made Beam Pro, right? A device that we know guaranteed will work with our glasses, and then we can control the whole experience. To solve for device fragmentation is a biggie, just to make it easier on any consumer to know this is going to work. My stuff is going to pair together. My phone and my glasses, my PC and my glasses, my gaming device of choice and my glasses will work together. So that's an important one. Software then from there is important. Like, what can I do, right? You got Netflix and YouTube. Yes, we have Netflix and YouTube. One of those big expensive headsets launched without Netflix and YouTube. That's crazy.
I mean, okay. All right.
You don't want to hear my gripes about that Apple headset. I can go days and days about telling people that don't even bother buying it right now. So continue.
And then form factor, right? Like we have something that looks like sunglasses today. Is it a little bit thicker, a tiny bit heavier? Yes, barely. But how do you get this into a straight up pair of spectacles, just eyeglasses?
Yeah.
And we're seeing more products do that. And like kudos to those innovators. We're seeing these glasses that fold up like full on glasses that are doing waveguide, that can give you some text and some notifications out in front of you. That's great. That's what's going to help push the industry forward. But what we want to continue to offer, and we'll continue to offer, is a cinematic video experience. Like that's our bread and butter. I think that's what customers expect from us. That's what we're going to keep driving forward. And that takes a little more space. So we have to fold all that up into a pair of glasses. And like to directly answer your question, Joy, like what is it going to take to make the glasses form factor be like the thing for the average consumer? Thinner, lighter, blend in with the world around you, just becoming a pair of glasses. Because today, we like to say we're all day portable, not all day wearable, and they're different, right? All day wearable is your spectacles, your eyeglasses, your sunglasses. We're all day portable, meaning I can carry this around all day long. I can wear it on top of my head like sunglasses. I can hook it on my shirt. I can toss it into my bag, right? Like it's small and portable to the point where we're all day portable. You can do all day wearable, but that classic eyeglass form factor, getting a little bit thinner, a little bit lighter, that's what's going to break through en masse. That's what's going to break through to millions of customers, is making a product that everybody can just pick up and go. So it needs to be easy to use, right? Like plug and play is clutch. The barriers to entry of plug and play, that type of friction is going to slow down mass adoption also.
Man, so okay, so first of all, I'm loving these very genuine answers around mass market. A lot of times we get a lot of like a jargon, like, well, it's going to take this type of technology. It's going to take this. It's like more or less like we got to make these things easier, less heavy, less expensive. And now we're going to do that. We always talk about the 7-Eleven story where we say, when I walk into a 7-Eleven, I should be to say, give me that slushy, put 10 on pump 15. And no, give me those cool XR glasses right there that I need, and it should be that simple. Now I want to talk about something. First of all, you're an Xbox person, so shout out to you, brother, because
are we
I mean, just put them. Look, we just there we go. It's as you see, I've converted Joy. Joy was PlayStation, so yes, she was, but she is in love with Xbox now. Yeah. So I do have a question for Joy specifically, because you talked about the plug and play of XREAL. We got a chance to mess with Beam Pro and the XREAL Air 2 Pros at AW. Joy, I want to hear about your first experience with that and share with the peeps what was so amazing about it.
Yeah, it was incredible to be able to plug this in. Well, we were playing a game and I totally crashed his cruiser, that thing. So I'm still sorry about that, Ralph. But being able to play this game so seamlessly and just have these glasses on where it's lightweight, and because again we're so used to having VR devices on, and so to have these AR glasses on, lightweight, to be able to see the screen so crisp and clear, it was just incredible. So I absolutely enjoyed it. And from the ones that we have as well, being able to just pull out the glasses anywhere and people don't look at you weird. That's the whole thing in itself. They do not know that it's AR glasses. They just think that it's really cool sunglasses. So I absolutely love it.
Yeah. If you're getting on a plane, it's like, do I want to choose this or do I want something that's lighter, simpler, easier out of that book sack? Because just putting it under my feet because I'm trying to be comfortable. Joy's leaning on me. We having us a good time. She's watching with her glasses. I'm watching with mine. That is so much easier to do. And so just the idea of that, the have glasses that can just do that plug and play. And yes, we have iPhone 15 Pro. So we got the USB-C. We plugged them. That was one of the greatest moments. I actually posted about it when I just got the phone that first day and I said, wait a minute, XREAL glasses plugged them in. Oh, it works, you know. And it was like the most thing, you know, most mind blowing point of that. And a lot of people don't know when you plug into an iPad Pro, it actually gives you a secondary display, so you can have like a larger screen. So Samsung Dex, I saw someone talking about that. Oog was talking about that about Samsung Dex. That's a huge feature as well that people don't do. Beyond games, I also use my Beam Pro and separately Samsung Dex to stay productive while on the go. Socials, email, spreadsheets, document creation, remote server admin. The list goes on. See, this guy is a pro. He's using that technology. I love to see it. But just wanted to get that quick touch on because Joy, you know, that was not her first time with XREAL glasses, but the Beam Pro just performed so well, and we were playing the Xbox game. It was so funny because I was watching her crash that car, and I'm like, man, Ralph is never going to let us in his Xbox game again, but it's all good. We love to see it. We love to hear it, man.
My gamer score just tanked after. No, we were playing Forza Motorsport. Amazing game, right? Like Forza is the king of racing games for a reason. They do not miss. So, you know, kudos to the studios and to Xbox. I won't shout them out all day long, but that demo was so much fun. I had the most fun playing hot lapping a little bit with Joy, with our glasses, with the Beam Pro, sent to the red Xbox controller, and then even with, you know, you crashing left, right, and center. It was just such a fun time. It felt like we're just hanging out, right? And like imagine what you can do when your technology just blends into your life and you're just having a good time doing the thing that you want to do. We came to play video games. Oh, by the way, you know, we're also running a demo talking about brand new technology and exploring like things that haven't been done before. Game streaming from Xbox Cloud to Game Pass to the Beam Pro, tied into a Bluetooth controller, sent up to our glasses. Like, there's a lot going on there, but it was seamless. It was fast.
Yes, it was.
And most importantly, it was fun. And I had a great time doing it. And like, I could tell that you did, and want other people to experience that as well. Like, there's so many different ways to do it. And you can do it with Game Pass. You can do it with NVIDIA GeForce Now. Choice, so good. You can do it with Amazon Luna. Like, this got me playing on Luna for the first time because I just got the app on here, and like, it's awesome. Like, the opportunities really are endless. Like, when you can tap into any app and just do any game streams, like, it is there. But that was super fun. I had an awesome time doing that. And then I have to touch back on one thing that Jay Dunn just said. When you get on a plane, you could bring a headset that is the size of your entire carry-on, but then you don't have a carry-on. Or when you get on a plane, you know, looking like this, you do get looked at. Hey. But, you know, that was the decision I made when I do this. But at least we find it.
No, I love that. And we do have to add one quick note is that we were also at a trade show. So to have all that working seamlessly while also around hundreds of devices that's connecting to Wi-Fi and things like that, for it all to work good with all of that, it just was flawless. So just love that technology so much.
Awesome. Yes. Awesome. And so we've come to our final question, Ralph. And the show is called Get 'em to the Metaverse. Well, we're going to tweak the question a little bit. So we usually ask, how do you get them to the Metaverse? Well, how do you get people into these AR glasses?
Here's how. So I travel a lot with XREAL. I spend a lot of time on airplanes, going to trade shows, meeting press where they are, going to their cities, demos with them, meeting creators where they are, going to their cities, demos with them. So the first way that I get people to the Metaverse is, it's a little corny, but I always travel with an unopened box because I'm going to find the right person in an airport, on a plane. We're going to hit it off. We're going to talk, and I'm going to give somebody a pair of glasses every single time I travel. So I always travel with an unopened box to old school, quite literally give someone the opportunity. Second, and probably, you know, the more real answer for us as a company is live the mission statement. Make AR for everyone. Continue to make things that are lightweight, affordable, adaptable, plug and play, easy to use. That's how we are going to get people into the cultural XR metaverse, is we're going to make it accessible for them. We have to do it as an industry, or we're going to continue to be in this spot where people ask, like, how far have we gotten in this XR space? Are we still doing this? Like, have we progressed? Have we really progressed? We have. It's wild how fast we have. But there's so much more to go, right? To take it to the the next step to reach masses at scale, we just need to make it easy for folks, right? One, it's awareness. Two, it's availability. And then it's making sure we really live the mission statement to make it for everyone.
Man,
Love it.
Ralph, you know,
And if you see me in an airport, you know I got one of these with me. You see this blazer in the airport, I wear this.
So, Joy, I need
flights. I'm traveling.
I'm gonna need us to make sure we book the next flight near him, just so we can get an extra pair of those glasses. No, listen, that is an incredible answer. You would swear this guy works in PR or something like that. Like, what's going on here? But no, I know it's genuine because of meeting you in person and getting a chance to sit with you and talk with you when there was no cameras rolling, when there was nothing going on. This is authentically you. So just shout out to you, and shout out to XREAL for getting such a wonderful head of PR to just take XREAL to the next level. Like I said, we remember the early days of InReal, and where it is now, it's a total different company. We believe, Ralph, you are the X factor in XREAL.
That's sweet to say. Thank you. That's very sweet. It's the company. It's a big company and a small company at the same time. There's big teams and there's little teams, and it is all the team doing the right things. And we make mistakes just like anybody does. And when we make mistakes, what I love about this company is, what did we learn and how are we going to not make that mistake again? And then we'll make a different mistake down the road, right? We don't have a flawless track record. We won't have a flawless track record. But like internally, the company is super committed to like learning from what didn't work last time and then listening to customers and then integrating it. And like I said earlier, we're not the fastest at integrating that feedback, but we are listening and we have a commitment to making the absolute best products for everyone. So the company's got the right people in place now. We're rowing in the right direction, and the roadmap is ridiculous, you guys. So the company's got it.
Listen, we love that. We love that, man. This has been a phenomenal show with a whole lot of teasing. But we're going to accept the teasing this time. Because this is what
next time I see you guys, I'll show you everything off air until I can show you on air, right?
Okay, so, there we go. We're going to taste that.
If I can invite myself back, we'll do it on air, but first I'll show you off there. I got to give you all the juice.
I love that. Well, any last words for you, Ralph, before we get off today?
Nothing but gratitude. Thank you to you two for the invitation, for letting XREAL come on, share a little bit more of our story. Nothing but gratitude to the community, the customers, the folks who are in chat who've been on the journey with us. Love you all. Thank you for embracing us. Thank you for continuing to be on the journey with us. So nothing but gratitude. Thanks for sticking with us, and like keep an eye out because it's going to get real fast.
Oh, yes, we love that. We love that. Enjoy what you got for the peeps.
Yes, thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode of Get Them to the Metaverse. I mean, didn't we tell you that it was going to be a great show? I mean, this was incredible. But before we log off, Jay Dunn, any last word?
Listen, man, y'all better get y'all a pair of these XREAL glasses. Get the Beam Pro and get your pockets ready. It's not going to be more expensive, a lot more expensive, because they don't do that. You get your pockets ready for what's coming next from XREAL, man. Super excited. Once again, super thankful for Ralph to come on and spend time on Get 'em to the Metaverse. And for this, and to all of you who tuned in, we appreciate you hitting the thumbs up, hitting the like, hitting the hearts, commenting, and letting us know that you're enjoying this so much. And for those who catch it on the replay, was this a great episode? Come on, it was a great episode. But listen, we're gonna see you guys next time on Get 'em to the Metaverse. Till next time, y'all. Peace.